Good morning. I'm making a video today how I saw my mask as requested of couple of my friend how I make it with the pocket filter and nose wire. I've seen there's a lot of tons of how to make a mask on YouTube, but this is how I make mine. And why? Because first, I don't like ironing. I don't iron. I don't pin. I don't use pins because of lathe. I don't want misplace my pins. And most of all, I don't want to turn around fabric after I'm sewing it. So there's no turning around of mask. No ironing, no pinning, no turning around the materials. And also, I'm using this method because I want my elastic not attached to the mask. Most of the popular pattern, the elastic and the ear loops is attached to the body. I don't want to do that because when the elastic got worn out and stretch, you know, you want to able to replace that by just cutting it and take it out and put a new elastic, or you can even put the ties on it if you want to. So easy. So it's just a really I just want to preserve the use of my mask for a long time. If they need to replace the elastic, if the elastic is too tight on them, if the elastic is worn out, they can just cut it and replace it. Simple as that. So we need I am using this pattern is depends on your material, what you have on hand, but you can use 1/4 inch elastic. Right now I'm using a 1/8 elastic because I like using the thinner elastic. So this, you need 10 and 3 1/4, 10 and 3 1/4 for your ear. So 2 pieces of that, 10 and 1/4. That's for the size that adult size ear. And then Freya, put that down a little, please. And then 2 strips like this of your fabric. That is about 2 inches by 4 1/4 or 4 1/2 is okay. And the main fabric is cotton, 100% cotton. I cut my fabric in one piece because, like I tell you, I don't like turning around my mask. So you need 14 inches long and 8 1/2 inches wide. And that is for a pre-wash fabric. If you just bought your fabric straight from the store, there's a possibility that might get shrink. So what I do, since I don't pre-wash my yards and yards of fabric, I just put a slightly like 1/2 inch over of what it needs to be the measurement, like 1/2 inch on both sides. I just make it a little bit bigger. If it shrink, then it's gonna be on the right size. If it doesn't shrink, then it doesn't hurt to have extra 1/2 inch on the side. It's not, for me, it doesn't make a lot of difference for the size, as much as you have enough coverage to cover your nose to your chin, as per the guidelines of to wear a mask. So I also use, for the nose wire, is these garden ties that I buy from Joanne. It's the garden ties, crafty ties, whatever, like this, for the nose wire. This one is about 6.5 inches. Okay, so again, if you don't like my pattern, you're so welcome to do another pattern, but I do this because of personal reason. I don't like ironing, I don't like pinning. Well, you can pin if you cannot do the way I pleat. I sew and pleat. And what you call this? I don't like ironing, pinning, and turning around my fabric. So that's why I make this way, because I also sew batches by batch. So this is I'm going to make for my donation for the community. I already pre-cut them. Look at that. And so we go on how I sew it. Okay, how I sew it is, you're going to make a fold on this side, like I do about 1/2 inch fold, and then I run that in the machine. You don't need to double stitches in that. I just so that way, and on the other side again. It's just approximately. You don't have to, like, measure and stuff like that. I don't do that. Like, it doesn't matter if you're this is like how it it looks and how it's sewn. So you have both of that side sewn. So what you're gonna do is align them like that, align them together, and then you will sew about approximately, again, 2 inches on each side. And then this time, when you get in here, you need to back stitch a little to get it reinforced. To me, when I put it, I have a marking on this of my sewing machine, so I put my finger in there, and I just like that. Okay, and then I don't cut that, I just go like this. See, I end again on this line of my sewing machine. That's about 2 inches or 1.5 inches. So again, you gotta back stitch in there. I am not back stitching on stitches that don't have to be back stitched, or double stitch, I don't know how you call that. So now Again, my pattern is no ironing, no folding out, you know, inside out. So what we just did there is the opening for your filter packet. Okay, so after doing that, you turn around, you just make it a fold on the other side. We're on the other side now for the nose wire. You fold that like 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then you hold it like that, 1/4 of an inch. I don't pin, I just, you know, just use my fingers. So you just created the space for your nose wire. Okay, why I did it that way is because now you have 2 fabric that you fold in there. It helps not to poke that wire. If you only have 1 fabric that's folding, it's too thin, the wire is gonna come out. And this way, I do it that way is because when you put this, you know, I'm gonna put it now because that's the next step. So you find the center of it there, slip the wire in there. So you just put it like right in the middle. So you have like about an inch and 1/4 on both sides, so it's in the middle. The way I make it is because if the nose wire again worn out or it breaks in half, okay, after a long time of wear, and or you don't like the nose wire, you can easily, you know, just take this stitch open and pull the nose wire out and replace it, and you can just like, you know, hand sew again a little in there to replace the nose wire. You have a good access on the nose wire. So we had the nose wire already in there, we have the pocket in there. Second, the next step is putting the pleat. You can do the pin, you can pleat them. Okay, you need 3 pleats. You just like, you know, do 3 pleats like that. And if you're having a hard time hold on to your pleat, you can just pin it if you cannot sew it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to like make a really I'm just being truthful of how I make my mask. So this is how I make my mask. This is the nose wire side, put that in there about quarter and an inch in there, and then I hold on this side, and then I hold on this side. I pinch it like just one finger, and then I put it like that, and then I just do like that and pinch it again while I'm holding the middle finger. Put it right in there, hold it, and then put this one in there, hold it. See, you don't have to worry on this side. What you need to have hold is this pleat like that, and then again slowly that pleat. And then since I do a batch sew, I just like pleat that side over there, and I got a lot over here. And then when I'm done with 10 masks, I turn it around on the other side. But this one, after doing that side with the pleat, I go on the other side. This side is on the opening of the filter. I put that again in there, and then this time it will follow, the pleat will follow. Okay, see, the pleat will follow. Okay, so you just do like this. It's less time consuming than pinning it. And then, you know, one pleat pin, you can do that. I don't do that. So again, you don't need back stitch on that again because it's not necessary. So now we made the body just like that. No pin, no turning around of the fabric, no ironing. Don't need that stuff. Okay, if you're trying to sew a lot, you try to conserve a lot of time and steps. So now we need this. What we're gonna do with this is right side, you do that like that, and you line it like that. So the end corner, you fold it, you fold the end corner like that, and then you sew this again for like about half an inch, and then the other end you fold it again. See, that's how it looks. So this time we need to back stitch that side to reinforce it. Okay. You want to see how I make my mask? That's what I'm doing right now. So do it on the other side again. Professional sewer, I just know how to sew, and I am just sharing how I make my mask. So you have like this, okay? And now what you're gonna do is turn this outside like that. The other side too. Okay, so what I do, I put it in the middle like this, and I just like press that corner I was pressing, so you know, like that. And then what you do is you, how are you gonna say it, you fold it one, and then you fold it up in there. Fold it one, and then you fold it up again one more, and then okay, again sew it. So that it looks. The other side, you fold it, and then first fold, and then second fold. See, we didn't pin, we didn't iron, we didn't turn around. Wait, okay. Almost done for one mask. See, I can sew one mask in about like 6 minutes. So now get your elastic. Okay, we're done sewing now. We're done sewing. Okay, actually I forgot the new addition that I did in my mask is I use a ribbon. I cut it. I forgot to put it in there, but I cut it about 2 inches. I fold it, and I forgot to put it in there. When you folding this side, you just slip it in there, and then sew that, like how I do this. Okay, because if you have this pattern, you have identical sides, right? And people say that you need to have, you know, different kind of fabric on front and back, so you know which one is facing your mouth and which one is the outside one, so you don't put the outside one to your mouth when you're putting it back to your face. But if you have a ribbon, you have a marker, you know which side is out and which side is in. I think that's a good idea. You don't have to write or something like that. You don't have to look like, oh, where's the fold? Ooh, let's something like that. It's just an additional thing. So where did you can use, I use this crochet hook to put my elastic on. But if you don't have a crochet hook, you need a safety pin, the smaller one, to put the safety pin over here, and you put the elastic inside like this. How I do mine is I put, 1 second, put the hook like that, and then I hold my elastic like this. Bingo. And then you tie them like this. Like that. And then you just adjust, put the knot in the middle to hide it. Okay, do it on the other side. Sometimes you have to find, because there's a fold in there. There you go. Put the garter in there. Boop. So easy. You don't need to put the what you call this, safety pin in there. So you just tie it. And so I am doing ties right now. Ear loop is because I'm giving it to the people that is not a healthcare worker, so it means they don't need to wear their mask for 24 hours. Ties are good for nurses, you know, something that you're gonna wear it for almost 8 hours and you don't want to take it off, because this will hurt your ear. So that's why the ties are good for long time of wearing. But if you're just going to wear it to go to the grocery store or to your doctor's appointment, elastic is, the best way. You don't want to deal with tying. So there you go. We just finished one mask. Open it up. Put your filter in there. Okay. Put your filter in there. You have a nose wire. You can seal that for your nose. See? Okay. There you go. I hope you enjoy, and I hope that helps. No pinning, no ironing, no folding the fabric upside down or inside out. You know what I mean? See you later.